Welcome to So Seriously. I'm Heather.
And I'm Carrie, your self-proclaimed experts of everything in the middle. So seriously, I'm super excited about today's episode.
Yes, so am I.
Because we're going to talk semantics today.
Let's start with, what does that mean?
I don't really
That's
even
when you
know.
put a bubble.
Yeah, we're going to put a bubble of an actual dictionary, Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of it, because I do follow Merriam-Webster and I love them on Instagram. Every day they are adorably...
You are a dork and a half.
Maybe that may be true, but I am telling you, if you don't follow Merriam-Webster's dictionary on Instagram, you should.
You don't know what's going on.
They
in
have
the
a
world.
word of the day, and every
No,
day...
they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
No, they don't.
And every day I'm
Shut
like...
the front flap.
I'm like, yes, Merriam-Webster.
Oh,
yes.
good God, they do.
So, according to Merriam-Webster, semantics means... How I might define it
Yes.
would just be like a play on words. A turn of phrase.
Oh.
Like interpreting something one way when it actually means the other. Come on, one more fake laugh. So when you think of
I think semantics means a funny word Carrie uses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it's more deceptive. It's like an intentional deceptive.
oh,
like a Decepticon?
like it's a turn. So okay, there was a Brady Bunch episode
More than
about
meets the eye.
Is that from
Transformers?
Transformers? Yeah.
And the Decepticons are from Transformers.
I didn't remember that.
Aren't they? Decepticons.
So I don't necessarily think that the intention for semantics is deceptive, but I think I'm going to look that up. But I do think that semantics isn't in... Okay, I know where. I remember now where I was going with this. There's a Brady Bunch episode.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. And you know
Shut
I
the front
heart
flap.
the Brady Bunch.
We had a crossword puzzle the other day.
Yeah. No. And Greg Brady challenged his father, Mike Brady, an entire episode about exact words. Like, I'm going to take the literal meaning of your exact words. And the whole episode was about, like, well, I said this, even though it implied this.
Marsha.
Yeah, that's a good one. See, that's a good reference to the Brady Bunch.
That's all I know.
That's okay. And George Glass. And there's lots of other references that you probably know that you don't even George Glass.
How do you know that?
Yeah, and pork chops and applesauce. That's well. See, you probably heard that too, and you don't even realize. No, that's Brady Bunch. Okay, we'll do a different episode on Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch will be another.
Okay, so
whole
anyhow,
episode.
like
yes, anyhow.
When you think of
semantics
or words or turns of phrase that don't make sense to you, what do you think of?
Your gift to you.
Carrie.
Everybody does.
So nothing comes.
I have a blank page in my head when you say semantics.
So do you remember? This was actually just last night, and Susie may also recall.
Oh.
This is what spawned this episode.
Yes, I do.
And I asked
I already
the question.
recollect. Yes.
And I think it's a very fair question. Why do awful and awesome mean what they mean? Because in my world, what would you like to say?
No. Keep going. You're 100% correct. You opened my eyes to the world of wrong words.
Wrong words. Okay, so if something is full of awe,
It's awful.
shouldn't it be awful? And if something is just somewhat
You are the most awful person I ever met.
You're right, I am. But if it's just meh
And
it only has some awe,
Hey.
it should be awesome.
Those glasses, they're awesome.
Yeah, they're meh.
They're meh.
Yeah.
They're meh.
But that dress is awful.
Awful.
That dress is awful.
But Hannah, you looked it up.
Yeah. It
You were
does
right.
mean full of awe.
Yes.
But what happened was it was used in the way you want it to be used, which was like amazing.
Yes.
Up until around the 18th century.
Why?
Where then it's flipped because there is a Nordic root for awe, which means full of terror as well. So
Freaking Nordics.
That's the
Aw.
Danes.
There's the
Aw.
Vikings.
It's the Vikings. Darn
Freaking
them.
Vikings! Ooh, I'm trying to
Awesome.
keep my cool right over now.
Awesome
I'm trying to keep my
continued on
cool.
is just good.
Okay.
So from now on, I'm going to call you awful.
So
You're an
that's-
awful friend.
I'm an awful friend. I'm going to mean it because it's semantics. A rose by any other
And then she's
name
gonna
would
go-
still smell as
And everyone,
sweet.
you're going to yell, he's an awful God.
everyone's
And
gonna
then
look at
everyone's
me
going to
and
look at you and you're going to be like, wait, semantics.
Yes.
Semantics,
only
people.
knew.
And then they're going to look at you and be like, they're going to kick you out.
Yeah. I will die on that sword. It means what.
And I'll be like, she's an awful friend. Awful. Awful. She's my most awful friend. I don't know why I said it like that.
Okay, I'm going to go to next semantic
Yes,
topic.
next semantic topic.
Next semantic topic. And I will die on this sword. I will.
Go die.
The at symbol.
Okay, I will agree with you.
Again,
why would you
Shorten a two-letter word?
at? Like at.
No, not necessary.
At. It took just as long to write both of those.
Right. It's not necessary. So I firmly believe.
Firmly.
So I firmly believe that somewhere in history, there were two parties involved.
Yep. Yes.
One party left a note for the other party and said, "I will be there around 6 p.m." And the recipient of that note read it and thought, "I will be there at 6 p.m."
Because they probably thought that was a cursive for at.
It's like a huge fight.
Because I think the A with a circle around it truly makes more sense to mean around.
And you looked it up.
And you are kind of correct.
Again!
How is it tiring being you?
It is. Okay, but what I will say about this is that hats off to whomever those two parties were that were involved in that argument on I said at 6 p.m. versus I said around 6 p.m. because the person that interpreted it as at clearly won. And the world has adopted that symbol means
Every
at.
email address is at.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's
they
not
were
around
wrong.
Isn't
gmail.com.
the correct word for it ampersand?
No, that's this symbol. And it's and percent.
What symbol?
Not and
The
percent.
The
It's
and symbol.
It's
would be-
ampersand.
Like the-
AMPRSAND.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's the like and sign.
Okay.
And what does it stand for?
Just
Ampersand.
add that.
Oh, ampersand.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that. Ampersand.
Well,
Of course.
So anyhow,
Anywho,
I feel like the world is full of things like that
that
where-
are wrong.
That are.
And we need you.
I'm here to correct it.
You're gonna go around and correct all the
here to Interpretations
all
of
the
semantics.
miss semantics.
You can call me
You
Miss
are Miss
Semantics.
Semantics.
That's gonna be my next
No,
Halloween
you won't
costume.
like that because then you'd be bad semantics.
Why?
Miss, like misspell.
Oh, like misspelled. Oh, would it be one S or two? Who knows?
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I love you.
Yeah, you're awful.
Oh, you're awful.
I know. I said
You're awful.
You're awful.
You're awful. Oh,
So what words
I
trip
love
you
you.
up?
You're awful.
Well, okay. Do any words trip you up? Do you have like anything that you were like, as you mentioned
The.
it?
Is it the or the? I don't know.
The is two E's.
No.
THEE.
Yes. All right. Anywho.
We had producers wrapping
Yeah,
us up.
he said this is the most boring
Boring.
episode of all time.
I think it was a great episode. So
Great.
nerd alerts, if you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, talk to me. I need this.
She needs friends.
I do.
No, it's okay. You're awful.
You're okay. Thanks for joining our awful episode today.
Here's our gift to you.
You use them accordingly.
Miss Semantics.
When I'm with her, I'm like, what, you want a piece of me?
Yeah, these geese by this pond that I always jog by, they hiss at me all the time. Like, I'll just be minding my own business, and all of a sudden it'll come at me and go,
They did hiss at you the other day.
yeah.
And I
you
just
saw
looked
it.
I looked at them and they were like, whoa.
Then
I think they can smell fear.
We were talking about that last night. I'll be there about
around.
Around.
makes way more sense than at.
I know. After we talked about it, I'm like, she's right.
So Seriously was filmed before a live studio audience.